Hej, cześć polskim ludzie, z tej strony Kamilus, to jest koniec growy The Book of Unwritten Tales. Witam i zapraszam do oglądania. Dobra, co nam zostało to tą mechaniczną rybkę rozmontować. Już ja wiem jak to zrobić, przypomniało mi się, że przecież w tej gnomii norce było imadło, co nie? Po prostu wciśniemy to rybsko w to imadło. Dzięki temu po prostu ona będzie unieruchomiona i będziemy mogli narzędziami wygrzebać z niej to całe, nie wiem, jakąś tam śrubkę, czy koło zębate, czy cokolwiek. Aż wchodzi w imadło. No, poor thing. Teraz możemy otworzyć na spokojnie. No i mamy wszystko.
There you are, a 5/8" screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right hand thread and lock ring locking. Maybe that cog wasn't all that important. Fly.
No niestety chyba nie polata.
Maybe it was important.
Chodź, dzieciusio.
Excuse me?
Yes, report back.
Here's the dwarven ale, Grandad.
Oh, my goodness, we must be careful with this. That means we're only missing the cog. Dismissed!
Here's the cog, Grandad.
Yuppie.
I had to break my flying fish for that.
War always involves sacrifice. Your flying fish was a hero, one of our best. We will honor his memory. Now I have everything I need. It won't take long now. Prepare yourself for takeoff.
Take off? That's what you meant by take off.
Absolutely. I've aimed her at the town of the humans. That was, of course,
What the
designed
fuck?
to shoot grenades. But I'm confident that you'll get your capsule there too.
Confident? Get me out of here. Please, Grandad.
Listen, my boy. I'm proud of you. You're doing something very brave. Here, Wilbur. I'd like you to have these.
Your old aviator goggles. Oh, Grandad, I didn't think...
Nie
Too
zamknę.
slow, my boy.
No. I lecimy. Bum.
Good luck.
No, dzięki dziadku.
Where is it?
He still hasn't told us, Mother.
He will. Who else knows about it?
The Archmage won't know about it yet. We were able to intercept the servant, as you know. But
But
an elf, Mother. She tried to free MacGuffin. She might know something.
she needs to be watched.
Very well.
And now, Mr. Professor, let us have a little chat.
Oh well, no problem. I am an elf, and I'm fit. What now? I'll get the book out of MacGuffin's secret cellar and take it to the Archmage. No, they were all gone when I got there. They collected the cage and were off. Now it's up to us to get the book. Of course I don't have to, but, well, what else am I gonna do? It appears to be very important. And even if it isn't important, those shady fellows want to have that book. It's better that we get it out of the cellar before they get their grubby mitts on it. Then don't help me. Why don't you just fly home? Just don't tell my parents anything. Ungrateful feathered fowl.
Dobra, tak więc teraz już nie jesteśmy Wilburem, tylko jesteśmy Ivy, Iwo chyba. I musimy, on miał pierścień od Gremlina, a my mamy teraz zdobyć księgę. Dobra, w każdym razie, co tutaj jest? Jesteśmy przy tym domku tego MacGuffina. Jakieś dynie są.
A pumpkin patch, not particularly well cared for. Presumably MacGuffin spends a lot of time buried in his books and not enough time in his garden.
Dobra, z nimi nic nie możemy zrobić.
Tatty wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it.
No, z nimi możemy zrobić ćwirćwirkie, możemy pogadać.
Do you have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make someone into the ruler of the world? No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for. Something that no one has ever looked for. It'll be in the Gremlins book. If only I had it already. Why is that scarecrow not scaring you? Yes, certainly. And how? Normally you're the first to take flight. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
Pogadaliśmy ćwirćwirkiem. Co tam jest? Podszycie?
There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone. I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns.
To tam coś potrzebujemy. To jest ten strach na próbę, tutaj są te dynie. Kamienne dyski to jest studnia. Konstrukcja jakaś. Spójrzmy na komi.
A daring structure, and just like the whole house, pretty wonky. Doesn't look as if it'll last long.
Teraz na studnię luknijmy.
The groundwater is only a few meters down in this region. Presumably the well isn't very deep. The well rope is fastened to the windlass. Doesn't look particularly strong.
Z nią nic nie zrobimy z tą liną. A tutaj możemy użyć korby za to.
That was suspiciously easy. The rope is
Bo nic nie ma.
broken, and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone.
Nie, na dół nie będziemy tego spuszczać, nie? Konewka tutaj jest jakaś.
An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards.
Weźmy ją jak możemy.
A pile of logs. There is no way that MacGuffin will get through the winter with such a small amount. Not even autumn.
Drewno też możemy capnąć.
3 should be enough.
Metalowe
A
ramię.
swinging metal frame. You can hang pots or something of that sort onto it and then swing it over the fire.
Też
Let's
weźmiemy.
hang something from it.
Co, konewkę mogę powiesić?
That makes no sense if the watering can is empty.
Aha, bo to jest ognisko, tak? To jest ognisko? Tak, to jest palenisko. Myślałem, że to jakieś drzwi
A
są.
large brick
Tu są drzwi.
fireplace. The fire grate's on the outside, not inside the house. That's a bit unusual, but it does make sense if the professor doesn't wish to have an open fire inside.
Połóżmy tam to drewienko.
Once they get going, they'll burn for a few hours.
Tylko jakoś musimy to zapalić jeszcze, nie?
I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above, and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the side.
Dobra, z tym nic nie możemy zrobić, ale możemy tutaj jeszcze przywiązać konewkę.
That should hold.
No i teraz wyciągnijmy, będziemy mieli wodę, którą możemy zagrzać, ale nie wiem po co jeszcze.
It worked. This means that I have a gremlin watering can full of water.
Powieźmy tutaj, zobaczymy co się stanie.
The watering can with the cold well water is hanging on the metal arm.
Dobra, ale możemy wejść jeszcze do domu jego, tak? Dobra, tutaj już nic nie ma, jeszcze przyjrzyjmy się na pewno. Czy wszystko sprawdziłem, bo tutaj widzicie dużo rzeczy. Jest jakby umyka.
Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up.
Aha, to możemy otworzyć jakoś, ale nie mamy czym, tak? Też jakaś doniczka jest?
An upturned flower pot made of clay. There's a stone under it. That could be a fire stone.
O, krzemień. To możemy zapalić ognisko.
Presumably the professor wanted to prevent the stone getting wet.
Ale po co? Dobra, zapalmy to.
Logs just with a fire stone.
Zapalimy tego
I need
samym.
something that lights easily to get the fire started properly.
To pewnie będzie w domu już. To chodźmy do domu. Tutaj już nic chyba nie ma. Jakiś bajzel w ogóle rozpierdziel, pudełko na ścianie. No luknij na nie, kobito.
What's that? A box with some kind of glass eye. Seems to be hanging directly in front of the gable window. I haven't got a clue what it's for.
Możemy je capnąć? Bajzel też, to może coś
Typical
tam jest.
bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered with a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Oh, yuck.
Niestety. Chłopak to świnia. Drewniana balia, tam jest, to jest jakaś księga.
A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks,
Czerwona
and red
bielizna.
underpants.
Rama na ścianie.
Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange.
To jest jeszcze jakieś małe naczynie drewniane.
A carpenter's cup. It looks old. Not really worth a closer look.
Może chcesz capnąć?
Would appear to be the mirror's turned so it
Odbija się w nim kominek, tak? Coś na kominku możemy capnąć jeszcze? Można na niego spojrzeć w ogóle.
When MacGuffin wanted to heat his food up, he just needed to put it into one of those little stoves.
Mała srebrna tarcza.
A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished.
Weźmy sobie ją. Ona może nam zastąpić to lustro. Podejrzewam, że jakieś tutaj nagrzania słoneczne będzie. Tutaj my nagrzejemy jakoś z tej strony. Tam jakieś inne pierdółki. No to tu jeszcze jest. Tu jakaś księga leży. Ale z nią nic nie można zrobić, niestety. Nie jest kliknięcie. Jakiś kamienny filar tu jest.
Looks like the base for a statue. It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters. There's a six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue.
Drewniana skrzynia zawierająca kamienną szkatułę.
A stone casket placed in a wooden box. The box looks very cheap. It could be one of those storage containers. The
Podajmy
stone
ją.
chest is decorated with two angels and has writing on it too. I can't read it.
Otwórzmy.
What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me? Or has it just got much warmer in here? The chest is
Szukajmy, może
filled
coś
to
w
the
piasku
brim with
będzie.
fine sand. I haven't got a clue what else might be in there. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my hand.
No to nie przeszukamy.
The chest is filled to the brim with... I can hardly...
Znowu są te świecące meduzy.
A standard jelly glowfish. They're everywhere around here. This one here isn't glowing at
Jakiś
Looks like a
sarkofag
very
w ogóle, o
ancient
co chodzi?
sarcophagus. Oh, strange. There are hinges on it, just like a door.
Można je otworzyć prawdopodobnie, nie? Jakie śmieszny ten faraon. Mumia sobie... Co?
Shame. Just a stinky mummy. What have we here?
On
What
gada.
are you doing, Mortimer?
What the... Did you just speak? You speak?
Me? No.
Well, yes you do, quite obviously.
What is obvious?
That you can and do speak.
But of course.
But you just said that you didn't.
Why are you being so strange, Mortimer?
Mortimerze?
I'm not Mortimer.
Where is Mortimer?
You mean MacGuffin, the gremlin archaeologist who lives here, yes?
What?
Mortimer.
Yes?
Co?
You're called Mortimer.
No, of course not.
I think we're finished with this conversation.
I think you are slowly losing your marbles, Mortimer.
O co chodzi w ogóle? Lol.
Presumably the sarcophagus lacks oxygen.
Torba z narzędziami, może coś w narzędziach
I
jest?
think these are all the things that the professor uses on his digs.
O,
A
sitko.
brush, a little shovel, a sieve.
Mały szpadel się przyda.
I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless.
Ej, jeszcze chciałem to. Odsuń się, kobito, bo nie widzę nic. Łopatka. Gdzie jest ta łopata? No to znowu była łopatka, kurde bela. Zniknęła.
Books, books and more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about every language.
No tam chyba nic nie zainteresuje naszej bohaterki. W tych księgach. To jest takie kurde... Taka lekko egipska. Muzyczka się włączyła. Kliknijmy co jest w książce.
A large handwritten book. It looks like it's been used a lot. It's the gremlin's diary. Perhaps I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness? And I didn't find the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery mountains. Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artifact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it. What's this at the beginning of this page? Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool socks. I was just about to burn the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by a fairy explorer. The travel log described how the explorer landed on an island in the West Seas whilst searching for undiscovered fairy tribes. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that can be found on that island. I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes he drew. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. The gremlin appears to have been very excited. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he left. Good old Beetle. He has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is. I have sent him to Master Alistair, the Archmage of the Humans. He is to hand him a sealed letter. Tomorrow. Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep a wink. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing else there.
No, rozumiem. Żuk został. Żuk nie dotarł do arcymaga. No, patrzysz na to?
Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western, Quenya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul.
Spalę je. Użyję jako zapałkę.
A strange stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has a few fine embellishments.
Kurde, mnie jest tak tam ciemno, ja nie widzę w ogóle co tam jest, nie? Tylko klikam,
A little wooden box.
się
Doesn't
wyświetla.
look like an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship though.
Mnie podjaśnię, to troszeczkę, zaczekajcie. Jeszcze trochę sobie pod... Dobra, trochę poprawiłem jasność, może teraz będę trochę lepiej widział. Otwórzmy to drewniane pudło.
It's locked.
Aha. Rąbnijmy ścianę. W takim razie. Dobra. Tutaj możemy chyba podejść. I tutaj wstawić.
Not quite as good as a real mirror, but I can see my reflection.
I stanie się coś?
Looking good, as usual.
Nic się nie stało wielkiego. Ale użyjemy tych dokumentów jako rozpałki. Nie, cofnij się na kobito. Czy zapomniałem o piasku?
There is something in there. A little brass key.
Dobra, ten mosiężny kluczyk to pewnie do tego pudełeczka. I co tam w środku jest?
Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box. The paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading. There's also a drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid. Let's take a look. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah blah. Pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Ah, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange. A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house.
Czy co ja miałem zrobić? Kurde, z jakiejś maszyny dostanę jakieś ziarno.
I wonder what sort of machine is being talked about here. The paper indicates some kind of stone figure. All the rest is absolutely of no use to me at all without the machine. Perhaps a memento from...
Z nią nic nie zrobimy.
A pile of parchments.
Zrobię z nich ognicho, tak, to jest dobry pomysł. A w każdym razie coś tam mieliśmy znaleźć, jeszcze jakąś kurde łopatę czy coś. Tutaj potrzebujemy, żeby... Niewiarygodnie cenne dokumenty na palenisku. Lol.
They'll burn well. They're dry as bone. I'll give it a go.
Zapalmy to. No i pali się, tak. Tam może coś będzie
I'd say this is
dokładniej.
a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole of the flour, then comes out.
No nie ma tam żadnej kurde jakiegoś pierdół. Przyjrzyjmy się temu. Tutaj nie możemy nadal nic z tym zrobić.
I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns.
Tutaj na górze nic nie ma. Ten dysk kamienny. Tutaj na zewnątrz nic nie zostało. W takim razie. Jeszcze może tego staracha na grubę jeszcze raz spojrzymy na niego.
A scarecrow that doesn't even scare cheap.
No to już nie możemy nic z nim zrobić. Może pogadamy z
I haven't got
ćwierkiem.
any news and he'll only start
Aha, no to jednak nie możemy nic z nim zrobić. A tam była mowa o jakimś łopacie czy czymś, kurde no. Nie ma tego już tutaj. A tam się jara. A co mieliśmy tam zrobić? Weź to przeczytaj, koleżanko.
I wonder what sort of machine is being talked about here. The paper indicates...
Chodźmy pogadać może z tą mumią. Może ona coś nam powie.
Must be that.
So good, a very strange person was just here insisting that they were you.
That
Co?
was me.
You? Mortimer? Why did you pretend to be you?
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Have you done something to your hair?
Are you seriously mistaking me for a meter-high, wrinkled, bald old gremlin?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Mortimer. Look at me. I've seen better days, too.
I am not Mortimer. Mortimer sent me. I'm looking for a secret cellar. Can you tell me how I can get into the cellar?
Into the cellar? Of course.
No to jak?
And where is the cellar?
What cellar do you mean?
LOL.
What?
What? You have grown, Mortimer.
Urosłeś.
Yes, yes. Oh, how we laugh.
Czyli dał mi nic nie powiedział, nie? Dobra, coś tu musi być. Spójrz na tą ramę w ścianie jeszcze raz. No tak, no widzisz kawałek tego pokoju, tak?
A wooden tub, about half... Oh, I'm definitely not.
Tam nic nie ma w tym bajzlu. Tutaj po bokach to wgłębienie jest, nie? Ale do czego on tam służy?
There's a six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps...
Kurde, jakiego posągu? To jakiś posąg stoi, ale to nie o to chodzi. Może jeszcze raz spójrzmy na książki.
The book that MacGuffin told me about is hidden in the cellar.
Dobra, to przynajmniej zniknęła możliwość dotknięcia tego w ogóle. Tu jeszcze raz może coś będzie.
There's nothing more there of him.
No, już więcej tego nie możemy tknąć. Tam na górze coś jest.
A
Smocza
dragon
czaszka.
skull. It could have been a horntail, nasty creatures, but there are very few around these days. The last of them are now working almost exclusively as beasts of burden. They've not just lost their viciousness, they've lost their pride too.
Czyli ciekawego się nie dowiedzieliśmy. Coś w tym drewnianym pudełku jeszcze jest może?
Wait, there is something
No,
else.
wiedziałem, że coś jest.
There's a six-sided
O Jezus.
flat stone hidden under the
Oj,
paper.
Iwo, jesteś taka
There's
kurde...
something a bit like a knob on the top of it.
No elegancko, ale dobra. W każdym razie dalszą część tej opowieści dowiemy się w następnym odcinku. Hej, cześć, siemanko i pa pa.